Hello students, welcome to Lucent IS. Today's video will be on answer writing strategy for APSC. This video we have prepared because many have queried us regarding answer writing technique. They told us that they know the answer but they couldn't frame it, or that they are facing difficulty to frame it. So we are going to take a question and we will discuss how to approach the question. So we have framed this answer from GS3 part of the syllabus: effects of liberalization on the economy, changes in industrial policy, and their effects on industrial growth. The question is: critically analyze whether 3 decades of economic reforms helped India propel its economic growth. Before attempting the question, first we have to understand what is the question and what is the demand of the question. To do that, we have to first understand what is the directive and what are the keywords. So the directive here is critically analyze. So it is the directive. So it is basically instructing us to write the answer in a particular way. Then there are keywords. Here the keywords are economic reforms and economic growth. They are known as keywords. So while writing the answer, we have to keep in mind the keywords. Now let's look at the demand of the question. The question has asked us to probe into economic reform and find out its impact on economic growth. We have already seen that the directive is critically analyze. So when the question has stated critically analyze, it means that we have to focus on both positive and negative impact. So here in this question we are asked to focus on positive and negative impact of economic reform on economic growth, and then we have to give a fair judgment based on the positive and the negative. In the last 2 slides we have seen what is the meaning of the question and what is the demand of the question. We have looked at the directive and the keywords. Now we will see how to approach the question. So while writing any answer, we have 3 parts. One is the introduction, one is the body, and one is the conclusion. So introduction will be basically of 20 to 30 words. So it will be an introduction on economic reform. The body will have a positive as well as negative because the directive is critically analyze. So the positive will be approximately 50 words and the negative will be approximately 50 words. Then we will have a concluding statement of again 20 to 30 words. So almost we have to finish the question in 150 to 160 words. So let's move ahead and look at how to write the answer. So in introduction you have to state how economic reform of 1991 was started as a response to the balance of payment crisis. The BOP crisis occurred because of Gulf War, which led to increase in oil price. Next, it also occurred because of certain structural rigidities in the economy. So India has to take loan from International Monetary Fund to sail over the crisis, but IMF has put certain conditionalities to remove the structural rigidities and bring efficiency in the economy. Because of this condition, India has to introduce the economic reform of 1991. So this will be your introduction. So in body we have to write both for and against. So in for we have to write about the significant growth of during that period. The growth rate was approximately 3.4% per annum in 1960-70 and it accelerated to 5.5% in 1990 to early 2000. Then there was a rise in the status of middle class. The condition of middle class was poor before the reform, but after the reform period the status of middle class actually increased. Then there were several rigidities before the 1991 reform in case of private sectors. So the 1991 reform removed the bottlenecks for private sector by de-reservation, de-licensing, etc. Also the public sector enterprises were inefficient before the reforms. They were making frequent losses, and there was greater government interference in them. So the 1991 reform bring autonomy in them and increase the accountability. Then there was also increased foreign exchange reserve due to FDI reform, FII reform, etc. So these are the things that goes for it. However, there are certain issues that the economic reform of 1991 couldn't solve, or the issues are one of the most big issue was the condition of the poor didn't have any significant impact. Poverty and inequality both have been adversely impacted because of 1991 reform. There was stagnation in agricultural growth. The agri wages also dropped considerably in the post-reform period. There was jobless growth during this period. The quality of jobs deteriorated, leading to underemployment. Human development also suffered because there was very less investment in healthcare and education. The growth that has been initiated by the 1991 reform was mainly service-led growth. The share of manufacturing hasn't improved in GDP. So it was 16% in 1991 and now it is 16.2%. The balance of payment crisis was because of the fiscal deficit and current account deficit of the Indian economy. And these two sectors hasn't improved after the 1991 reform. Also, the tax to GDP ratio didn't improve after the 1991 reform. So these are certain issues or challenges that the economic reform of 1991 faced. Now, in conclusion, we have to give a fair judgment without overly criticizing the economic reform. So without overly criticizing, we have to put a valid conclusion. So this is how we have to write the answer. In the next videos, we will again discuss certain more questions. So this is for today. Thank you.